Hello, everyone, and welcome to the NeverOpenPod, the podcast open to everyone except Tongaloa's Kamagoye. My name is Luke. I'm your host of the NeverOpenPod, and with me, as always, is Mr. Guy. Say hello, Mr. Guy.
Hello, Mr. Guy, and hello to you, Luke, and to the listeners. We are both fucking fired up. We got one incredible wrestling show to talk about and two other shows that were pretty good. Good. So I'm excited to talk about all of that today and more on the Never Open Podcast.
The Never Open Podcast. That's right. And we'll do the professionalism right now. There are ways people can contact and interact with us if they wish to. We're on the Tweety. I'm at Grumpy2EB, though it's mostly Doctor Who on there. But you can follow Mr. Guy at Drustifer Tweets, or collectively, where it's wrestling related, at NeverOpenPod. Or if you want to send us a written or voicemail, you can do that. NeverOpenPod at gmail.com. Also, hey, we got video. You can see me telling you that, too, if you're watching this later. Yes, go to the YouTube's Never Open Podcast. There we are. Boom. Also, if you got any of that, Sasha Banks morning, kick it our way. We have a Teespring store. You can get merch that'll make you look never as fuck.
Oh, we may have to change the intro to Okada money because we got big news in the world of wrestling, and Okada this week made his debut on AEW as a heel, and Kevin Kelly made his exit from AEW as a heel.
You bring Okada in, make him a heel, please. Thank you, because that's how I've seen him for fucking years.
That's smart. That's how he was brought into New Japan too. He was brought in as a heel, and I like
that he attacks Eddie Kingston, right? And I'm thinking, Eddie Kingston, all right, he's the Triple Crown champ. I can see why Okada would go for him. I'm like, but dude, you just left New Japan. You don't want the strong stank belt, do you?
No, I don't. I think what you're getting, and just so folks know, I don't watch AEW, but for some reason, Wednesday, I'm like, you know what? Let's turn it on. Let's see what happens. They just had this amazing show. Maybe something cool happened. I'll have it on in the background. I mean, I didn't watch it with sound. That's a pretty big far. But I did see the Okada debut. I thought it was pretty cool. It's exciting, and I think what you're going to get is a bunch of going to be like faction warfare. It's going to be Eddie Kingston with the guys that Daniel Bryan wrestle with versus the EVPs and Okada. And Okada should get an honorary title in the company too, for sure, right?
A bullshit, just a bullshit one. Yeah, I'd do it too. Fucking, head of finances, Rainmaker Okada or something like that.
They could do a play on International Wrestling Grand Prix too somehow. If he give him a CF 2X, name or something like that that's similar. That would be cool. I would like that.
So yes, his debut was cool. Someone's exit. Oh my God, Kevin Kelly. Yep, he's fucking fired, and it's been a long road since you and I have been critical of his commentary, at least for the last year. Would that be correct?
Longer.
Maybe. Yeah.
It seems like the joy was gone, and he didn't like what he was covering, and only in situations where you had the Okada versus Bryan Danielson, those situations, then he okay, I'm actually going to try hard tonight. But other than that, it seemed like he wasn't putting any effort in, and turns out he didn't want to put any effort in at AEW either, at least not that kind of effort.
No, he did not, which is weird. Isn't at least a quarter of the wrestlers there New Japan guys? So should he know at least a lot of this already? Also, there's some friendly, I'm pretty sure Tony Schiavone or any of the others would have been like, hey, here's a fucking cheat sheet. Here's the finishing moves and shit, Boom. No, he's like, I've been doing this for fucking 30 years. I don't need a fucking prep or nothing. Yeah. And there's also that dead horse we've beaten, Mr. Guy, of just, what are you doing? Leave Lato alone. Shut the fuck up. Explain. Look at this guy. It's look at this guy. He's really dumb. I'm like, bitch, he's in the Best of Super Junior finals. No, he isn't. Shut the fuck up. For some reason, he just buried this poor dude for a year. And at first we were like, all right, this is obviously where they're going. But eventually you and I were just like, dude, leave him alone.
How's he ever going to get over if the fucking English commentary is just burying him?
Here he is winning like 5 in a row in the Best of Super Juniors. Oh, he better not go for that RPP because he's a dickhead and dumb. He's stupid. And look at him. He looks like a child. He can't do anything, obviously. So, yes, it was just really frustrating. Yeah. All right. Well, the commentary now, there's just so much potential there. Like, sure, we don't love absolutely everything Walker says or does, but he's getting better. He cares. It shows. He's putting in the work. Gino, like, let me just blow smoke up his ass. Have a drink, everyone, every time we do that, by the way. Dear
you will die of alcohol poisoning if that happens. But yes.
It was obvious on the 50th second anniversary show that, hey, he hasn't caught up on absolutely everything. And rather than bullshit his way out of it, he's like, oh, man, hey, can you catch me up on this too? Oh, what's going on here? Man, he wore it and moved on. And as the 3 nights progressed, he was fucking on fire. He was on fire always. But, he kind of paid attention to the 2 dorks next to him and fucking, I don't know. I just... It's weird. Like, I thought I'd miss Kevin Kelly, and I don't. Not one single iota. And it's like, I don't mind wrestlers getting shit on if it's part of like the character and story. Oh, House of Torture is out there. Oh my god, these fucking cards picks off. I hate them. I understand. That's the gimmick. Do it. Monte's white meat babyface. Anyway.
Right. So Kevin Kelly's gone, and we will be talking a lot about commentary. I often talk about how I don't like English commentary, period. I could do without it. And if it's going to be there, it's got to be very specific for me to like it, and I'm always a dickhead about it. Well, we got some fucking fantastic commentary, and I just think the return of Gino Gambino has, breathed a breath of fresh air into the English commentary in a way that's been very enjoyable for me and added to the matches.
I agree.
Taken away from the matches.
He also, I don't know, maybe his humor and he's just fun to be around. I feel like the other 2 just felt a little more relaxed and just bounced off him so well. Yeah, absolutely. So unlike other shows that we record, everyone, where we barely mention commentary because, that's not a priority for us. We'll probably mention it a few times tonight. We've already mentioned it more now than we probably have in a fucking year. Since the last time Gino was on, but yes. All right, man. There's probably lots of other news, but I don't know. Someone had a birthday, and I hope they had a bad birthday where they would lose, but that wasn't to be.
Oh, well, Luke, like, if folks don't know, we kind of change our style a little bit around this time of year. You know what I mean? I apologize. I do want to apologize to everybody because our bracketology episode is just not coming out. I'm sorry. We had John Schmanchma booked, but Makabe used his stat sheets for Burger Wrap, and so they were ruined, and there was no, there was no coming back from that. But our show does change a little bit style wise. We got a couple Google reviews tonight, but going forward through the tournament, we'll probably axe that and Wrestler Diaries so we can focus on the good shit, the wrestling. And I think this is one of our favorite times of the year. We started our show during the New Japan Cup in 2020. All right. Yeah. And immediately we were in tournament mode. Right. And I'm sure those episodes are terrible, but, and maybe this one is too, if you think that, but I don't care. We're adequate. We're not terrible. And,
mediocre.
I think this is like our 4th or 5th New Japan Cup we're covering. And, tournament mode, something that we kind of relish. And it's like, this is when we are bathed in the fire of pro wrestling.
Oh yeah. And New Japan Cup is full of surprises and fun and head scratchiness and all this kind of stuff. But, oh man, just like we covered the rise of Turn of Evil and Zack Sabre Jr. winning and Carter winning a New Japan Cup and
Yano versus Hiromu.
Oh my God. Was that the elevator, man? That was the elevator, right? Yes. Oh my God. That is one of the most amazing. And, Yano, are they doing something fun with him again? He seems to be a little bit more energized.
We'll get into it. He's been on fire in this shit. But
yeah.
But Luke, the first show we have to get to talk about, is the 52nd anniversary show and the beginning of the New Japan Cup. This was on the 6th of March, and we have a couple Google reviews from some folks who went to this place and maybe didn't like it very much. I don't know.
Yes, that's right. I have a Google review here, Mr. Guy. It is from Oda City. Thanks for sending it to me. I'll read it out. The seats cost 8,000 yen. But the seats were bad. I sat on a wooden stand that looked like a torture rack with no backrest. And I watched with a hunched back. If Oda Ward was going to build one anyway, why didn't they put a backrest on the chair? Mayor, please sit down. You're such an idiot. 1 star.
Luke, have you ever seen a torture rack with a backrest? Do they? They want you to be comfortable while you're being tortured.
Dude, they need to come up with, if they're coming up with wrestling chairs that look like torture racks, well, give me the Lex Luger one, stat. And New Japan, if we're doing a New Japan flavored one, a Great Okan one. Thank you. I considered it, and I can go, not with a hunchback, of course. Because
he doesn't need a fucking backrest because he's so fit. That's you know what I mean? You see him doing those squats. Everybody sees it. So, well, Luke, I also have a message from someone who posted their thoughts on Google about the Oda City Gymnasium. I don't know. I don't think it's good. You may like the first line of this one, but it reads as follows. This comment focuses only on the parking lot.
Page paradise.
This is an incredibly poorly designed parking lot. The position of the pillar and the interference with the vehicle interior and roadway are the worst. It is rare to find a parking lot that is so difficult to navigate. 1 star.
The interference of the roadway. And watch out! The Toyotas come with a steel chair.
I love when somebody's like, get ready, I'm bringing the thunder. And that's what that fucking line is. This comment focuses only on the parking lot. But it's also kind of like, everybody else is cool. Everything else is fine. The torture rack seat is totally fine. But that fucking parking lot, fuck off.
Oh, man. I think he was just relieved to get this, to have his car parked and just... Man, at least he didn't complain that the parking was too far away from the venue or something.
I mean, we don't know. That could be... They would have mentioned it.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. All right. So, it is the 52nd anniversary of the New Japan Pro Wrestling. Oh, yeah. And the first New Japan Cup. Professionalism, everybody. Walker introduces everyone. Yeah, it's Chris Charlton. Hey, it's myself, Walker. And Gino, the Machino, Gambino.
Dude. All right. So, Chris Charlton has been teasing this, saying that Gino's booked. I didn't, we didn't talk to him for whatever reason. I just was like, my toes crossed like the whole time. So when I turned this show on, I was like, holy fuck, it's real. He's actually there, and I marked out big time. It was awesome.
Not only is he there, we get three nights of Gino. Pretty sweet. Hey, and we've mentioned it on the show. You sending me delayed grams of like, hey, check fucking Gino out. Now everyone can see for themselves. Oh my God, this man's jacked.
Yeah.
And he's not wrestling. So I'll talk about the wrestlers now. And we start off.
More jacked than Jado.
We start off with Jado, Tonga Loa, and Tomoaki Honma, who's in a nice looking new jacket. Same sort of colors and all that, but it's got his name on it. Awesome. I like it. Versus Great Okan on the Cobb. There was someone else in this match, wasn't there?
Jado didn't wrestle. He was
right, but Jado's out there. Mm-hmm. That's it. So yes, here we go. Oh, by the way, it took me a little bit to get this, but Gino's like, Tama Tonga's had a change. I'm like, that's kind of racist. Getting confused, but no, he was talking about Honma. And I'm like,
you thought he was coming in with a racist joke just to fucking,
I was like,
like
fucking Gino, what are you doing? But no, yeah, but it wasn't. There's 3 accents on commentary here. It's like the bloody UN. Yeah. Anyway, the lights flicker just a tiny little bit in this match, like a for a second. And you know, I love Chris's little comment of House of Torches getting in early here. That makes me laugh. Honma goes on a tour, and then Great Khan does a submission and fucks Tongaloa's leg up. Why? Because he won't sell it. Why? Oh my god, I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. So anyway, well, who wins?
Oh, you know, Honma loses because you know he lost. He went on a tour of the islands.
Yeah, that's
right. Tour. Honma goes on a tour. Damn it.
Well, I thought it was funny.
I'll remember what happened.
Honma goes for Kokeshi, and Gino's like, gun stunt! That was so funny. So he was coming in hot. And then after this, they get on camera, the English commentary do, and Gino's like not paying attention because he's posing in the monitor. And he's like,
monitor going.
Yeah, he's like, oh, what's that? Oh, I couldn't tell. You know, so anyway, that's so fun.
Look how ripped I am.
We have another preliminary tag. It is Zack Sabre Jr. and Mikey Nichols, the team of TMDK versus El Phantasmo and Hikuleo, which are known as GOD. Jotto's out for both of the first two matches. Okay, ELP and Zack Sabre Jr. start, and they just tear it up. They're doing all kinds of cool holds and shit. And GOD, they team up on Mikey, but Zack Sabre Jr. gets in and twists Hikuleo into a sort of pretzel. And ELP hot like tag in, and he flies all over the place to the delight of the crowd. Zack Sabre Jr. catches him in an arm bar, but ELP gets to the ropes right away, all right, because you can't fuck with that. And Hikuleo doesn't know which side he's supposed to be on to like start the little UFO spin kick, and it's like it's a very Yoshihashi move.
Oh my god, yes.
Did you see that? That was
what's going on?
He's like, this one? Oh, no, this side. No, okay, that side. That's funny. So ELP, he's trying to help out, what is it? Hikuleo. Oh, wait, what we got here? I'm sorry. Zack Sabre Jr. I was very Yoshihashi of me, but Zack Sabre Jr. puts some wild, full like body hold on Hikuleo while ELP's trying to help out. Mikey hits a Mikey bomb and pins ELP to the shock of everyone. The crowd was like, what?
Hey, they were, Mikey, you'll find out over the course of these nights. Mikey's racking up some wins. Is Shay's injured, by the way?
I don't know. Where's Vegeta? You know, I wonder if Vegeta's too.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just not broke, Terry.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, well, you know. We'll never get West Coast Wrecking Crew over here, will we? Is there a West Coast in Japan? Come on, guys. They can wreck that. Next week.
That was tremendous.
Next we've got Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, Yota Tsuji, and Shingo Takagi versus Tomohiro Ishii, El Desperado, Molten Oleg, and Hiroki Goto. Gino apologizes because he's talking about Doki a lot here. He's like, oh, I thought he was in this match because, you know, they've been fighting, LIJ a lot. But he's like, I apologize. But he does say that to use the Doki Choki, you have to be worthy. Like Thor's hammer. And I was like, all right, cool.
He said the Doki Choki, it's bigger than Doki. It's bigger than any man. That's what he said.
Like Thor's hammer. Oh, I love that. Like, he's a heel commentator, and he's pretty consistent with that. Mm-hmm. But he's pro Doki.
Yeah, yeah.
There's Yota Tsuji. He's in American football gear.
What'd you think?
Well, that looked pretty good. I would like to get tackled by that motherfucker. Like, get out of here.
No, I mean,
the Gene Blast.
He's like had the shoulder pads and the jersey and the fucking helmet, and it's like he was very happy about it.
He was very happy about it.
He's with himself.
He's got a lot of things to be pleased with at the moment. He's got long, luscious mane of hair. And, what about that other dude? Ishii and Yoda, they just go, hey, let's just fucking smack each other. Okay. Oleg continues to do one of my favorite spots. And actually, I remember when he first started, I was like, what, really? They say lots of things in this guy? He kind of sucks. Well, yeah, Luke, he's a fucking young lion. Give him a chance. He's awesome. Gut Wrench City is like my favorite, and Yoda's a big dude. This match is great. It's lots of fun. Despi catches Bushi in a Wato-like pin. Well, it looked very Wato-like, kind of Recita-mentor-ish. Anyway, but, Boots hooking the back leg. And Ishii and Desperado shake hands. How many times have you ever seen Ishii shake anyone's hand ever for any reason? Like, even people he likes. I remember once he went to smack a Bushi and didn't care that Tanner was in his way, and he fucking smacked both of them like they're the fucking Three Stooges.
And to this day, he hasn't shaken Tanahashi's hand either, I don't think. So it's
like... Fuck you, Mr. President.
That's right.
And then just post-match, Chase attacks Ishii, and he's,
That was funny. Gino loved it, too. He's pro Chase Owens, so.
Oh, yeah.
Like, suddenly I'm like, Chase Owens ain't so bad. In that match, there was so much cool shit in that match, except Goto was farting around in there. She had to carry him around the ring. That was terrible. But what do you think? So, did Desperado join Chaos? I mean, that's what they made it seem like, right? But that's not what happened. What does this mean? Is there going to be a new strong style and it's going to be Ishii and Desperado with somebody else? Is this just a temporary thing during the New Japan Cup? What's going on here, Luke? Please break it down.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. Do you know?
How dare you admit that? No, of course I don't know. I was just having fun. I mean, it's like...
There's got to be something there, but I thought, are they setting Ishii up to be the leader? And then the next night it happens, and I'm like, oh, maybe not. So and they're saying that Goto wants to be the new leader of Chaos, and I'm just like, no,
he's too old. You can't. Okay, the guy who's leading a team called Chaos, all right, can't be the guy that's famous for going to bed early. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's just the way it is.
Look at him. He obviously was pissed off being he was missing his days off, hanging out in the sauna, saving lives, making old people have heart attacks in there and shit. But
he saved someone in a car one time. Remember that?
Oh my god!
So, all right, Luke. Next match. We've been farting around too with these tag matches a little bit. I'm sure we'll pick it up a little bit. But next match is Catch 2-2 and Newman versus Gabe Kidd, Finley, and Gato. And this is a fun matchup for me. I like this a lot. The team of Catch 2-2 and Newman is fascinating to me, right? And Gabe Kidd and Finley and Gator are like, well, we don't want you to see any of that. We're going to fuck that up for you. Great. So Newman, he got a feature interview on the New Japan website, and I'm absolutely convinced that he's going to be Gabe Kidd. I am just absolutely convinced about that at this point, at any point, except for when the match happens. But so I'm like, he's definitely going to be Gabe Kidd. There's no way. So Gabe Kidd, he's been going to the tanning bed and he looks different, and it's like one of those things you can't put your finger on, but you're like, oh, I know what it is. But Finley and TJP are in this match fighting, and they go hard. And it's like, yikes, guys, take it easy. Their match is going to be crazy. So they each dodge a shillelagh and missed respectively. Finley spits in Newman's face, which is fun stuff. The Bullet Club kill everybody on the outside. And Finley does some great fuck your arm on Newman. Newman is known for using his arms. So gotta fuck his arm up. But Finley did get a tremendous homie arm whip in there. That was great. So there's heat on Newman. The Prince of Pace runs the ropes and tags an Akira who jumps off of Newman into a dropkick on Kidd. This shit was awesome.
Yeah.
Kira's so over. Otis City, entire place, people outside. I mean, Pete, that guy in the parking lot, fucking pissed off, but he's clapping. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. He loves fucking Akira. So
I love forward. Yeah.
Finley and Gator, they team up on Akira, and they do what is this? Some kind of double stomp from TJP on Finley. Total elimination from Catch 2 on Gato, and Akira gets the pin, and everybody's really happy.
Hell yeah.
I was happy.
Oh my god. I like the bit where Kid's like, hey, where's Will Ospreay? You ain't shit without him. Right? Fucking funny. Oh my god. He reminds me, totally different personality and moveset, but the way he works everyone at the same time reminds me of what Jay White would do.
Ooh. It's not it's more of like a clubbing blow though. instead of a slick slice like Jay White.
That's right.
But it's the same kind of thing. You're right. That's tremendous.
Yeah,
See,
so Jay's going to use
a good podcast.
Yeah. A little above medium, 6 out of 10.
We say good stuff sometimes.
That's right, because he'll mock them, he'll mock the fans, he'll tell the ref he ain't shit. He tells everyone he runs this joint. He's a madman, Like, yeah, he's good. I like it. So next we have Sonata, Taichi, Yuya Uemura, and it's Toki. Yes! It's Toki versus Evil Ren Narita, that motherfucker, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and I think Togo. Hey, you using a towel? He's like a crying Suzuki. But Yuya, he takes it off. Hey, what do you think of this? This short, orange reddish hair.
So the people are saying that it's like Naito when Naito came back from Mexico, because I guess Naito lost the hair versus hair match, or hair versus mask match, or I'm just making that up, or it's real. So, but yeah, that's what people are saying. I think he looks great.
Same. Yeah, absolutely. Also, Gino's calling a Donkey match. And of course,
this is mine.
Gino loves the House of Torture. Thank you, Gino. Thank you. And he asks who's better than House of Torture. He's like, yeah. Well, I like his comment, like, oh, they got a great t-shirt, Kevin. Not Kevin. I'm used to him saying Kevin. Chris, it's got a house on it. You get it? It's like a torture house. The House of Torture. Anyway,
your Gino is really bad. Like that. Yeah. Like, I'm laughing, but I mean, we got to work on that a little bit. That is real bad.
Oh my goodness, yes. I like. Oh my god. So I like saying Yoshinobu Kanemaru, that son of a bitch, at a Paradise Lock. By the way, it seems like in this match, Chris does a mini Google review of the House of Torture house.
Yes!
Saying it's in a bad neighborhood, there's no good schools, and all he needed to say at the end was fucking 1 star.
I know, man. and like, there was a lot of stuff in this match that was like, wait a second, like, but it's kind of low-hanging fruit jokes anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the ones we like to pick.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Low-hanging fruit and dead horse beating. They're my favorites. Evil does a suplex on Sonata for 2, and the bell rings. So Evil waves his own arms like he fucking won the match. And Abe is leaning over the railing, apoplectic, going, no, it's 2. Oh, it's 2. I didn't do it. I didn't. And I'm like, see? He would just be like sitting there going, hey man, no, it's just 2. But because it's Evil, he's always getting fucking knocked over. He's like, no, I don't fuck you over any way I can, Evil.
Dude, it's selling and character development for the guy that rings the bell. It's tremendous.
It's so cool. I reckon he loves it as well. Like, why wouldn't you? You never used to be part of the show. Now you kind of are, and you get to take a bump. Oh, anyway. Taichi tags in, and he immediately just boots Ren right in the fucking face. Couple of reversals, kick him right in the fucking face again. God damn. For some reason, my spelling of Taichi right here is Tanini. I don't know why. But
that's disrespectful. I won't tell him.
Taichi, he chops Togo's head, and Togo flare flops. Yuya gets dick-to-dick contact. I do like that. And I'm
gonna clip that out and just play it all the time.
Out of context, Never Open Podcast. Dick contact. Charity, have you seen this? There's Togo uses the garrote or the wire, whatever you want to call it, and Gino's like, "That's not a garrote. It's a measuring device for neck circumferences."
Right?
It's because Evil makes scarves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that.
Well, Evil was choking somebody with a t-shirt earlier, and he said that's just a scarf. He's measuring for a scarf. They're really nice scarves. You got to get the measurement right.
That's right.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's multitasking. He's wrestling and he's fucking sewing. He's man, I want to go to him. He sounds like a good tailor to me. Fucking shoulder pads and shit too. Can you get me one of those? Man, that'd be awesome. Now Yuya gets his revenge though from all that fucking shenanigans. Taichi holds Togo up and then bails as Yuya does a crossbody, bridging deadbolt for the win. I liked this match a lot.
Dude, fantastic. This whole show is awesome. And like, I don't think we've said that yet, but it's
it's
so
fucking
good,
amazing.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's so awesome that like Just Five Guys fucking win, and Taichi's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And the Just Five Guys theme hits, and he fucking takes his pants off to the beat, and it's like, yeah, that's how you get ready for the New Japan Cup first round. In a match that everybody was dreading, you know? And I don't know. It's not the match everyone was dreading, but it's a match people were dreading. It's the New Japan Cup first round match, Luke. It's Yano versus Yujiro Takahashi. And people thinking this match will suck, right? Well, at least there's one awesome thing that we got. Peter's back, right? You know, so Peter's there. She does the whole ridiculous dance, and Yujiro. I love Yujiro's just like, what? Like we are.
It's Walker's first time doing commentary with a Peter out there. He was suitably distracted. And I was like,
so
good.
Funny.
Yep.
Oh man, so that's great. She fucking is tremendous. So she gets more cheers than Yujiro too. They say Yujiro's name, and the crowd's like, you know, and then they say Peter, and the crowd's like, yes,
Muffin.
Oh
Peter!
man.
I think I might have even heard of a few Peters in the crowd too.
Oh man, that was
Muffin
tremendous.
ass.
Muffin ass. That's right.
That's her Tweety handle.
Yes.
It's Muffin ass.
That's
just in case people are like, Luke, what the fuck are you saying?
What's this lady about? I wonder. Anyway, so we get a Kanemaru Gambit from Yujiro right off the bat, right? And we see, I don't know if you noticed this, Doki Kid was in attendance. Doki Kid was in the front row. We saw, you know, them for just a second. I was like, holy shit.
Fucking Doki Kid. And shit his pants.
We got to get Doki Kid and Gino together, man. This has to happen, right?
Put him in an Italian stretch, Gino.
So Yujiro uses the turnbuckle pad on Yano. It's despicable. And Yujiro handcuffs Yano to the guardrail. But Yano is so smart. He was a young lion once. He knows how to put them things up. He takes the guardrail apart and gets out of it. And I have to say, the timing on that was incredible.
Really good.
I was like, how's it going to get out of this? Oh my gosh, can he do that? And he just does it right at the last second. Boom, gets in. It wasn't, you know, Ibushi versus Yano, for example, so where you got real mad. So anyway, all right, that was really fun. So Yano, he handcuffs Yujiro to Abe, all right, who was just a fucking key part of the previous match, right? And it's face to face, so they're hugging. All right, and it's
Peter's like, I'm right here.
Yano locks them together and then immediately low blows both of them. All right, and he gets in the ring and wins by count out. And Abe and Yujiro are left to sit there hugging each other with their balls hurting. And Peter's like, "That's my Yujiro."
Well, fucking. Abe's getting charged double at the pimp house from now on. Oh god, that was fucking hilarious. And he didn't have to do the double low blow. It would have been just enough to be behind Yujiro and just go.
Oh, way funnier. Way funnier.
It's way funnier. And Abe's probably thinking, "Why me?" As he's going down with Yujiro. It was fucking great. I love that. Hey, we saw Peter again. Hey Taichi. You reckon we'll?
Yeah.
Come on.
If the
tech guys and one lady,
so
one me.
Zack Sabre Jr. versus Taichi ends up happening. Miho returns for that. You know, it's a dream.
I don't want to give us nice things like that. Come on, man. I have a feel. I don't know why, but I have a feeling Zack might be an early out, but who knows?
Now, I do want to mention this next match, Luke, was one I personally was not looking forward to because the last time these guys wrestled, it wasn't good. And Kenta has kind of been on low energy, you know. So I'm just like, oh, this isn't going to be any good. But
like, can you blame him? Hey, we want you back in Japan. Yeah, okay, cool. You're tagging with Chase. Oh, you got to be tag champs. Oh, going to be feuding with Yoshihashi. Okay. Yeah, I mean. But yeah, I mean this particular match got booed at an American show, if you remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, so how bad can this match be? Marty Asami, he's reffing it.
Yeah.
So here we go. Yeah. I'm laughing already. Kenta's like, "Hey Marty, check Yoshihashi for weapons." It's So he does. No. Again. Check him for weapons. And then he's like, no, turn him around. Check the back. So he turns him around, checks the back, and cracks him. Oh, my God. Fucking funny. Love that.
Marty protests the whole time. He's I
question my integrity.
He always talks shit, but he does it. You know what I mean? Yeah. He does what they say. He's just like, I'm not going to do it while I'm quiet, though.
It's all right. Someone's not allowed on the fucking bus now. Oh, my God. Yoshi takes control, throws Kenta out, and he goes for a Canadian dropkick through the ropes and completely misses Kenta. What I like about Kenta, he's not a fucking idiot. He doesn't sell the move because it didn't touch him. And to Yoshi's credit, yeah, he fucked up. But he didn't run back and do the dropkick again. No, he slid out, chopped him, threw him in the railing, continued the match. By the way,
that's tremendous.
The crowd pops when Kenta turns his head to the corner and he's like, and he notices Bo-chan for the first time.
Oh, shit.
And the crowd's like, oh my God. Kenta's being chopped silly. He tries some right hands. So Yoshi just pushes him into the corner post into Bo-chan. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Son of a bitch. Kenta returns the favor, sending Yoshi into a few railings himself. He picks up Bo-chan and he throws it on the ground because he's an adult.
He's an adult.
Damn straight, I wrote that note.
Right here.
Did you write that too?
Yes. It says Bo-chan, and Kenta rejects the stat, throwing it on the ground. He's an adult. It says.
Fuck yes. Kenta's
not part of your system, okay?
That's why he's in Bullet Club.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. Kenta is starting his fuck your neck on Yoshi. A simple headlock, and Marty is all up in their face. Get up! Back kicks to Yoshihashi, and Kenta stops Yoshi's offense with an eye rake. He goes for a suplex. Oh, but he gets suplexed. Now, look, I put over the commentary a lot. I will over these 3 nights. Here's one problem. Shut the fuck up about Yoshi having never beaten Kenta. Shut up.
Yep.
That's it. That's one of my few negatory notes. I don't even know if I have another one. Anyway, Yoshihashi drapes Kenta over the ropes for a drop kick. Headhunter for 2. Sit down. Powerbomb for 2. Kenta using Marty fails. So Yoshihashi shoves Marty back into Kenta. Kicks him right in the face. A cradle by Yoshi for 2. Yoshihashi, he takes like a gnarly drop kick in the corner and a double stomp by Kenta for 2. And then Yoshi, he turns the GTS into a roll-up. A ref shove by Kenta, and Kenta just smacks the fuck out of Yoshihashi. Oh my God, there's a Psycho knee. Don't know how to spell it, so I spelled it BoosYcho. There you go. More gnarly spelling by me. And see, fuck the karma. Don't worry about the karma. Forget the butterfly lock. Here we go. You can pull this out of nowhere. You don't need to go, how do I do the karma again? Step 1. Hang on, everyone reverses this. What the fuck, step 2? I don't know. See, everyone makes fun of Wato for not knowing 1 + 1, this plus this equals this. I see fucking Pentagon in nearly every match, dude, do a karma. And guess what? He can hit it from different angles and directions, snappily. Yeah, it's fucking funny. Anyway, I like it when Yoshi hits the crucifix driver. It's good. It can come out of nowhere, and he's won with it a few times. So, hey, look. What a surprise. Yoshihashi gets his first win over Kenta. Thanks, commentary. But, they both shake hands. What? And I wrote to you, I'm like, Kenta shakes hands? Face turn? And you're like, no. 5 seconds later, there we go. Beats the shit out of him. And then Kenta's like getting booed, and he's like, basking in it. And, look, the thing you said has come to pass. Looks like Bishamon are on the fast track back to the tag titles.
Obviously. Who else is there? You know? So I thought that match was fucking awesome, by the way. Yeah. Awesome match. I loved it. I was like, holy shit. This is a night where I am into Yoshihashi matches, and like Kenta's super motivated in this match. You know, man, it's like,
well, if he's gonna lose, he's not going to Yoshihashi. He's not going to make himself look like a low effort chump, is he? Because it'll make him look
right.
worse.
That's fair too. He also acts like he has cooties all over him,
Oh yeah,
After he
I gotta get
beats
this
up-
Yoshi snake off me.
Yeah, it's great.
Get
So-
it off.
All right, Luke. This next match is fucking wild. All right, I got thoughts on it. It's Jack Perry versus Shota Umino in the first round of New Japan Cup. They got beef, right? What did you think of Jack Perry's? He has this like black goat head that he wears to the ring, and he's got this like music. It's like heavy metal with like choir singing like demonic shit. What did you think of the whole deal?
I thought it was pretty awesome. It's a little House of Blackish, but I don't mind. There's none of that really in New Japan with the weird, like, masks, horror movie masks and stuff. I thought it looked cool. And I messaged you straight away when he did his entrance. I'm like, he's Bullet Club, like straight away. He's even got a name, the Scapegoat. Little do I know.
I mean, it's kind of obvious, right? That this is
yeah. I thought Bullet Club, they went Bullet Club adjacent. And I'm like, yeah. But I thought it looked good.
What did you think of Shota Umino's Keno hair that he has now? What do you think of that?
I don't mind it. I do think Keno though wants to fucking smash him in the face though. Like Keno, he's probably already cut a backstage promo on Noah going shoot at Umino's fucking hair.
I definitely probably.
He's definitely done that, right?
It's so funny. So that was great. And like during Shota Umino's entrance, there's this fucking like guy in the crowd that's in a suit just marking out, just freaking out, and he gets a handshake from Shota Umino, and he's like, telling his buddies, I just got my handshake, and they're like, we saw it, yeah. And it was just a fun little exchange.
I think what the conversation went like this. Do you remember that time you shook my hand?
Yes, that was pretty great, man.
Yep.
So the wrestlers just attack each other, right? They get into forearms. Jack Perry uses an eye rake to take over because he's a heel, you see. So they do some good like back and forth heavyweight shit to start, right? And Jack Perry uses more dirty tactics. We get a screw up here, though. And man, this is a fascinating moment in this match, right? So you got Jack Perry, this is a big deal for him. He's rehabbing his career and getting a huge opportunity to do that in New Japan, right?
I'm into it. Like, we're going to have thoughts after you finish covering it. Like, I'm not sure that New Japan's in his wheelhouse. I'm not sure what his fandom is like, but it feels to me like he grew up Western style, all that kind of stuff. Not this necessarily isn't in his wheelhouse. And the fact is, he's going over there and jumping into the deep end. Respect. I'm into it. I want to see where it goes, and I think he'll keep going.
Yeah. Well, I'm very fascinated by this part of the match because, like I said, we got this guy who's just starting, and I mean he's wrestled PWG, and that's similar at times to New Japan style, but that's more junior shit, right? He's been a junior in AEW. He fucked up. They're mad at him or some shit. And so he's coming here to rehab his career. And you got Shota Umino, who is a young guy in New Japan and is a guy that I would think of as a person that needs to be led in a match, a guy that I wouldn't look at as a leader in the pro wrestling ring. I would look at him as more of a follower. Wow. Not in this match. And like, there's this moment, right, where Shota Umino's running the ropes and he's trying to come back and hit like a drop kick to like Jack Perry, but Jack Perry doesn't get into position where he's supposed to. Like, it's like one of those deals where like he knocks him down, they sit up, he hits him with a drop kick, but Jack Perry wasn't sitting up. So it's awesome. Shota Umino runs over, puts him in like a real quick chin lock and just resets the whole match. And the rest of the match, he's in charge. And it's like, maybe he was in charge to begin with, but you see him walking this guy through a New Japan match. And maybe it's just that moment that affected the rest of the match for me that way. But I was like stars in my eyes watching this match and watching Shota Umino work. Maybe we love this show a little, like we're kind of glossing it on and everything, but I love this show and I fucking love this match and it was so fascinating to me. I don't know if you caught on to like what I'm talking about, like if you kind of saw it that way, but there were many times where I felt like Perry was just put there. He was like, I don't know. I'd have to watch it again and I'd have to.
I see what you mean. No, but I think you've articulated it better than I have in my notes, but it was a little rough in patches, but it was never enough to make me go, this is a disaster, because Shooter kind of like was like, hey, I got this. And maybe the first part of the match, he's maybe not confident in leading yet. He's young, all that. But something happens that he's like, oh, well, I have to do it now. Boom. And just like, man, he had it. And look, Jack Perry, like, fuck you, CM Punk. Like, really? You're what? You can't handle someone not taking your advice? Fuck you, man. It's advice. It's not a fucking order. And I get it. You can't really punish CM Punk. He's out. He's gone with his tail between his legs. And he's injured again. Oh yeah, fuck him. So I don't know. So maybe he gets punished somehow. But we're gonna punish you, Jack Perry. Okay, we're sending you to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Oh my god. It's like sending fucking convicts to Australia.
I mean, I don't think it's a punishment. I think that says a lot about what they think of this guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it says more about that. It's the fact is that they are, willing to let this guy go to Japan and represent AEW still, and yet this is a way for him to get back into the game, and come back.
You know what I love about that? You and I have been saying for a long time, hey, everyone's going to AEW. Mate, I don't mean signing. I mean, like, even just for a short show
right.
here and there. No one's going to fucking...
It only swings one way, right?
Yeah, right. So, and out of all the people on their roster to maybe have a stint in Japan, I don't think I would have picked Jack Perry for that.
No.
And I'm not sure he would have either. No offense. I don't know I don't know his mind. But he's in the deep end here. It wasn't a disaster. And I think he'll get better. He didn't have preview tags. That's another thing that irons a lot of things out. So, was he terrible? No. But there's room there. I think he's going to be putting in the work. I don't know. I'm into it. And so now we know Shooter Umino. He can do it all.
I mean, this is a big deal in his kind of I don't know. In my fandom of him as a wrestler, this is a turning point here, towards the positive. But so at this point, after that chin lock thing where he's just kind of resets the whole match, there's a draping DDT from Mr. Perry off of the apron, right, to the floor. So, it's like all of a sudden now he's got this confidence. He's fucking pushing Marty around. That is against the law, and I'm not happy about it. So he's getting heat with me. You know what I mean? So I'm just marveling at how well Shota's doing it, like running this match. So he gets sick of Jack and hangs him on the ropes for an inside-out DDT on the apron, which looks fantastic. And he hits more of his awesome, sweet offense. But Perry dodges, and we get some big strikes from both of them. Reverse Rana from Jack Perry, but Shota Umino stays up and lands a Beyblade for a double down, which is a really cool, main event heavyweight, spot. That was fantastic, right? So Shota gets another pin for 2 after more of his signature shit, and they do all the fast reversals, and it's going well, Shota, another 2 count for Shota. It's he's gonna win. Here we go. House of Torture appear, right? So, which I was like, sweet, here they are.
And I'm thinking right now, I'm thinking my brain. I'm a little slow. I'm not thinking, oh my god, he's joining House of Torture. No, I'm thinking Ren Narita just wants to fuck with this guy even more. That's what I'm thinking.
I was thinking the opposite. I was like, oh, okay, this is where he's gonna go. We get push up bra, and that's great. Ren Narita hits that on Shota, running knee, and Perry wins. He will face Yano in the next round, which is tremendous.
My god.
So, what do you think?
That'll be a nice little match for him too.
And what do you think about what happened afterwards?
So, the House of Torture, they were all out there, and they're like, "Hey, here's a T-shirt," and he's thinking, it's perfectly in this Jack Perry's character from what's happened to him and where he is. You could say he's exiled, I guess, or something like that. Yes, essentially to Japan in story. So no one likes the House of Torture either, but they got each other's backs and they're willing to do whatever it takes. And they hand him the House of Torture shirt. Motherfucker puts it on, and I'm like, boys are getting bigger.
Yeah. They got a Gaijin now. And I do like the idea of the scapegoat character. They lost Punk, and it's his fault. And that's why.
Yeah.
You know
it's
what
really
I mean?
cool.
That's like
use
the
it.
idea. So, You know,
Absolutely.
I really enjoyed that, and I thought that match was fucking fascinating. And you don't always get fascinating stuff like that. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Oh man, I get this.
Main event is fucking fantastic. It's like everyone's like, "Oh, I don't want Show versus Naito," and it's like the best thing ever. So
hey, yes, I want Naito Hiromu. Yes, I want Naito Despi. And I got this instead. I loved it. Let's go.
Amazing.
Let's fucking go. All right. So Show comes out first. He talks shit as he always does, and then he just bolts. Why? Because it's fucking Kanemaru Gambit time. He's in your faction. And he's like, hey, do the thing I did every Best of Super Juniors. Yeah, I know. You did it on me, you son of a bitch. So Kanemaru Gambit during Naito's entrance. Oh, we don't get to see him strip. Crowd's like, fucking boo. Show holds up Naito's title, and Gino's like, it looks amazing on him. Oh my god, I'm fucking laughing. Naito's still dressed when he takes over. He sends fucking Show to the outside and Tranquilo, but Show's like shielding himself with a young lion. He sees the Tranquilo happen, and then he just grabs the young lion and just shoves him into the railing.
That's great.
Show takes an amazing railing bump and apparently knocks over Walker's Red Bull. And I'm like, hey, someone who doesn't pussy out on fucking railing bumps. It's a New Japan Pro Wrestlers bread and butter, railing bumps. If you don't take one good, we're going to rag on you like we did Jeff Cobb for a couple times.
I can't wait.
And
can't wait.
I'm not going to, yeah, we'll get there. Oh my God, I can't wait. I fucking can't wait. Then Show takes, he took the amazing railing bump. Naito chokes Show with a cord. And the crowd loves it. Show starts begging off, and then like Naito stomps him anyway. He's like, fuck you, man. How's the torture prick? Show fires back. Oh, he gets an arm breaker and an apron knee breaker. Woo! He does the Tranquilo. Boo! Another knee smash by Show. Just a major fuck your leg. He's a junior. It's in his DNA. Right? Show holds a knee submission to a 4 count, of course. Naito hits a Rana and a gnarly looking neck breaker on his knee. It's like, hey, Show, I'm going to put you over my knee. Neck first. And I'm like, ouch. Show shoves the Wrath, hits Naito's boot between his legs and just traps it there. And he's like, hey, you tried to kick me in the nuts. Hey, check this out. He acts like go get slow blowed. Then uses Naito's leg to fucking hit Red Shoes. Oh, look, there's a chair. He's using it on Naito's leg because, hey, Naito's leg's always fucked. Show is like, major fuck your leg with that chair. Leg submission, but Show.
Gino's reaction to the chair shots. He said, that's good stuff.
There's a power bomb backbreaker by Show. Holy shit. I know he does that a lot. But hey, Naito's bigger than the usual dudes. He usually does that too. I was impressed. It would look great. There's a lariat from him as well, and a cross-arm pile driver. Hey, Naito's putting the guy over. It's the 50. It's the anniversary. You can't make your junior champ look like a chump. He's doing fucking awesome, bumping around, selling for Show. I'm into it. Then I'm like, Shock Arrow? And for some reason, I left out the H. So Sock Arrow? No, Destino! Double down. Lots of fucking elbows by Naito. Then a fucking super Conrana. Show takes out the ref. Oh, here comes House of Torture. All mud stomping him. I make a point here, and I'm like, hey, where's Jack Perry? How come he didn't come out? And I was like, has he already gone back to fucking America or something? But hey, what was this? Relax, Luke. Just relax.
He's in the New Japan Cup, Luke, so...
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Luke. I don't know. You see any like telling me, I was like, shouldn't he be there? I don't know. Anyway, I just don't notice. There's a mud stop. Oh no, LIJ to the rescue. What? It took Sonata because in story it took Sonata to leave them and go, hey, you guys don't have my back. Taichi and the boys do.
That's true.
And Naito and the guys are like, all right, we gotta have each other's back. So fucking really, it's in keeping with the new LIJ. Naito, he defeats the fucking spanner with a pop-up low blow.
Yes! One of the best moves of all time is the
Oh, yeah.
pop-up low blow. I know I don't want people to use it more, but I kind of want people to use it more because how awesome it is.
Yeah, true. And one of the ouchiest looking Valencias I have ever seen in my life. Holy shit. And Destino, like Kevin used to say, I guess. But yes. Oh my god. So Destino for 3. This was super fun. I laughed. There were gnarly bumps, great moves, pretty good chemistry between Show and Naito as well. I liked it a lot. They've had lots of tags, I guess, lately. I guess between
The
them,
whole
just
thing
5
was
guys.
tremendous. Everything about it was awesome. I loved it, and that Valencia was insane. So you got everything you wanted from a New Japan main event, plus a bunch of other stuff. So, because I mean, they nearly killed each other, and maybe Show is injured. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because we'll talk about what happens later. But like Naito's main events are always so fucking violent. It's just like, damn, bro, relax. But don't relax. So
yeah. So Show might be a teeny tiny bit like, hey, let's give him a few nights off. How do we do this? Well, Jack Perry doesn't have tags, spoiler alert. And what they do to make up for that just fucking makes me laugh. And it saves me having to watch Yo on one side, Show on the other. So,
jeez. Well, Luke.
Stop doing that! They're feuding, I know.
Well, are they? I don't know. I mean,
Yo's got his fucking belt, dude.
It's mini feud. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully that doesn't lead to a title shot. My brain rejects it, but I'm not,
I wouldn't have gone to Yo for the first offense because, you'd have him beat a few guys first, and then it's like, oh, Yo, I know you better than everyone, and then, do the story.
Well,
but anyway.
Maybe Yo will win, and your dream will come true, so.
He better not win the fucking best of the motherfucking Super Juniors. I want Akira or Doki. Nothing else will do.
I mean, well,
they're not winning.
Get
Strap in, motherfucker. Hiromu's won for the 5th time. Oh, bitch, are you for real?
I love tournaments. Oh, fuck, who won?
Yeah, I know. I know.
So, can't wait to get to the end of the New Japan Cup, and Luke's will be very unhappy. So
I liked Evil winning.
Yeah, well, that was that one time. But Luke, the second show that we're going to talk about was on the 7th, and it was at Kurgan Hall. And we had Gino, Chris, Walker, Texas Stewart on commentary again, and they were, even better tonight than they were the first night. So I really enjoyed it. The first match we have is The Fisherman and Bolton Oleg versus ELP, Hikuleo, and Jado. Chumpy Jr. sneaking on the card. I see you, Chumpy Jr. So there is
shaking that ass.
It's a preview, of course. So Hikuleo and Bolton Oleg start. Bolton Oleg almost drops ELP on his head. Whoopsie. And Goto tags in and thinks he's cool, but he isn't. And Bolton Oleg hits a shoulder tackle on Hikuleo for a good reaction. They're like, oh, he finally knocked him down, right? I wonder if that's what their match will be about. But Fisherman uses Shoto on Jado for the win. All right. They had to use a Shoto on Jado for the win. They are weak ass motherfuckers, and I can't wait to see who else they have to use a Shoto on to beat.
Yeah. Jado's using his stroke to be like, I'm not taking a butterfly lock.
That's what it is, isn't it? Because somebody else who closely related to Jado does the same thing on like the next night. So
look, I don't mind if you're going to use your stroke to be like, no butterfly locks. That is a worthy use of that power because I hate that move. Next, we have Toriano and Akabe. Hey, it's the fucking... it's the guys from GBH. They're back together. Oh, that's actually kind of...
They're going to win. That means they're going to win.
Fuck that. It's the fucking Mikey Nichols era. Don't you know anything? Aussie. Oh my god. It's so Makabe and Yano tagging is a weird little blast from some of the fans' pasts there. I never saw that era, so it's fine. But Yano's on one side. Zack Sabre Jr.'s on one side.
Yeah.
That's all I need. In fact, I'd probably think this match was even more awesome if Makabe wasn't in it. Except for the fact that, hey, Mikey Bomb gets his fucking second win in a row. They're heating him up for the tournament, so then in case he looks like a bit of a threat, I don't mind. Hey, so yeah, pretty good.
I thought it was a sliding lariat.
Oh, you're right.
So it wasn't even the Mikey bomb.
It just surprised me that it was. It just like I just assumed he took the top finisher that Mikey has, but wow.
Yeah.
So Makabe has lost so much stroke now that you watch, he's going to start losing the fucking pumping bombers now. Not Last of the Dragons, pumping bombers. You watch.
I thought that match was fun. Like
Oh
Zack Sabre Jr. and Yano did a bunch of like amateur shit that was really cool, and like Yano's like always a step behind him, but he cheats or something to get caught up. It's pretty fun, man. How about this next match? It's Akira on the Cobb and Newman versus Kenta, Ishimori, and Gabe Kidd. So this is of course a preview tag. And so the preview boys start, and we get some incredible running the rope shit from Gabe Kidd and Newman. And Gino's mildly impressed by Newman, admitting that he's kind of fast, which I thought was funny. So Bullet Club team up on Akira, and everybody fights on the outside. We get heat on Akira for a while. Bullet Club work together to help Ishimori wrestle Cobb. That's fun stuff. This it's a little tiny mini feud between Ishimori and Cobb, and it's probably been going on a little while. It's fun. So Cobb does one of the coolest like tour of the islands I've ever seen on Ishimori. He gets the win, and it is like, wow.
Yeah. Ishimori, I wouldn't poke the giant Matanza bear. He will murder you and send you on a tour of the islands, which is what he did. And not something I usually expect from a match like this. You don't see Ishimori lose in preview tags often.
But to Cobb,
But it's Jeff Cobb, so
yeah, it's the heavyweight division's like revenge for him pinning Goto like 50 times. So,
oh, dude, I reckon the first time that happened, you were like, "Did I jizzed in my pants?" Yeah, I know you did. Anyway, next we've got Yo, El Desperado, Tomoaki Honma, and Shooter Umino versus that's fucking prick Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Sho, Ren Narita, and Evil. Oh no. I've got a fucking Sho and Yo on the same match again. I'm like, nah, I'm not taking notes.
Well,
then Sho comes out with a crutch and a neck brace. And he's like,
cartoon character.
Oh, yeah, fucking so cartoony, which makes me feel like it's a work. And he's maybe a little bit injured, but he's fine. He's fine.
So funny.
Give me a couple of days off. Hey, and he's a champ too, so he might pull shit like this to like avoid matches and stuff. Chicken shit, kind of shit. I like it. And he doesn't want to have Yo beat on him. So hey, he's smart too. Nobody fucks you up. You don't want to wrestle again the next night. Get out of here.
He's got this cartoon bandage on and crutches, and he says to the crowd, I have a little inflammation from last night.
It's like seeing Yosemite Spam all in bandages and shit after falling off a cliff or something.
Yes.
Looney Tunes or some shit. Oh, it's amazing. So yes, he comes out and he's like, I can't wrestle because I've got inflammation, and it's also because Naito's teammates interfered with the match last night and caused me to lose. Oh my God, that's hilarious. So he's like, but it's okay. We have a replacement. Who is it? Hey, it's the scapegoat, Jack Perry. Cool. I really like it too. They hadn't really, if you look at the schedules, they haven't really booked him for preview tags anyway. So, and hey, you want to season him a little more in New Japan. This is one of the best ways they do it, isn't it? Put him in preview tags, have him wrestle all sorts of different people, mix it up, you get
it's very likely this was the plan all along, don't you think?
Oh yeah. Yep. So man, I'm digging it. So I didn't think that I'd put Gaijins on the team because like they got Bullet Club for that. I thought like wow, they've actually managed to make a whole Japanese team that's the most hated thing in Japan. But like to do that more and make it be hated more than Gaijins, that's like, that's pretty fucking good. But
now they got a Gaijin. So
hey, how do you make him? How do you hate him even more? Oh, now there's a foreigner in the team. It's like, yeah.
Piece of shit foreigner.
Oh my God. How it works.
Started.
I don't know. Like, I wasn't sure about Ren at first. Then he starts doing matches with them. Like, you know what? I like it. And it's a perfect direction for him because being Shibata Jr. wasn't good. It just reminds people that, hey, we'd rather have Shibata around.
Sad.
Right? Son of Strong style, you can bring it back years down the track or something. I don't know, but I like this better. I never expected to see Jack Perry in a faction like this, tagging with them. I like it. It's pretty fucking cool. Like, so yeah. My favorite faction's getting a bit beefed up. It's really cool stuff. And of course, Hunter's getting loosed, of course. And he loses to Ren Reader.
Push up, bro!
And a double cross for the win.
Oh man, that was such a great little segment and match, and it's like,
Yeah.
I loved it. It was like Gino was so funny, you know, just telling us great things that the House of Torture are good at and shit while they beat up the good guys, and it's just like, yeah, man, that's what it's all about. But he also like started off the match by telling us about, you know, the House of Torture as you know, what it's like. That was the whole segment you were talking about earlier, where they were talking about the Google review, basically, of House of Torture.
Yeah. they had to add an extension on the house.
That's pretty fun, you know?
Yeah.
So next, Luke, we have just 5 guys versus LIJ, and Taichi is like, it's my time. I'm going to win the New Japan Cup. Fucking Naito, let's wrestle right now. So they wrestle, and it's kind of sloppy and shitty, and it's funny. So Taichi spits on Naito, and it's like, yeah, Taichi, spit on him. So, and then Hiromu is all fucking pissed at Doki, so he's like, give me Doki, you know? And they just tear it the fuck up, man. Oh, it's great. So Doki's fucking up Hiromu, just owning him, and Shingo has to come in and help. That was awesome, man. I loved it. Everybody else gets their shit in. It's
Doki's a threat now.
It's like a typical awesome Just 5 Guys LIJ match. Really great shit between Yuya and Shingo too.
Oh yeah,
and that was great. And then Takabushi in for a bit. Gene Blast on Taka for the win. And Chris Charlton says that now that Kevin Kelly is gone, Doki can join English commentary because he had heat with Kevin. So Doki knew.
Fucking fuck you even more now, Kevin. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
All right, so look, I've had a bit of time. I've calmed down. I don't like the finish, but this match, you are right. You were right, are right, continue to be right. It is Chase Owens versus Tomohiro Ishii. Everyone can guess why. I'm a bit down on it, even though the in-ring is fucking fantastic.
It is.
Ishii goes right on the attack right away, just taking Chase to the outside and making him hit so many railings. And then he does something I don't see him do that often. He fucking grabs a chair. He's like, wow, he's mad.
Really mad, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Chase Owens, he pushes a young lion into Ishii twice and almost beats Ishii with a count out. This is what. All right. Chase makes me laugh, legit laugh here, because Chase is doing something in the corner and he just won't stop, or he's got him in some kind of headlock and won't let go or whatever. And Kenta Sato is trying to tell him off, and Chase like, hey, it's okay, it's my birthday.
That's right. Gino sang happy birthday to him too. That is a good excuse though. It's okay.
So fucking funny. It's like the verbal equivalent of being like, let one arm up, but you've got him in the legs.
It's opposite day, yeah. You know? It's like that.
All right. There are periods where I'm really down on Chase Owens, but when he has to do a big match, singles match, his offense is clever, it's innovative, and it's exciting. And because he's a douchebag heel, man, the impacts, his C triggers are fucking awesome and brutal. He hits a fucking Styles Clash in this. Like, I know I give him shit, but like, this guy can go. And fuck me, does this guy go. Look, wouldn't it suck if someone, like if Chase Owens, because, you know, you see him as always the guy who tags with you or stuff like that. Wouldn't it have sucked that, like, he beat Tanahashi, but he just put in the, like, the Dura effort or something. Like, no, he's put in these matches and he fucking goes. So I respect that, man. This match has so many near falls and near finishes, like the fucking Chase taking some gnarly headbutts and suplex. It's fucking awesome. There's a false finish where package pile driver and everyone's like, no, down, no. Oh, and he gets out of it. Oh, the match continues. But then that last final gnarly looking C trigger was, all right, that's it. You're fucked. Package pile driver. I don't like the finish because I'd rather have more Ishii tournament matches than Chase Owens. However, it's been a couple days now. Then just chill out, dude.
Yes.
My opinion of the next match hasn't really changed, but it was never as fuck.
Yeah, it's a really good match. And, one of the things that's a tried and true deal with the New Japan Cup is that, people that aren't supposed to win. So they always knock your favorites out early and stuff like that. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
And it's pretty normal. One of the spots, you said a lot of good things about, Chase Owens. Guys say a lot of good stuff about Ishii in this match too, because he was in I'm gonna do my very best mode. Like he was busting his ass to make sure this match was awesome. There's a spot early in the match where Chase does the Arn Anderson headlock punch, and it's as good as any Arn Anderson headlock punch. You know what I mean? And they both have a lot to do with that. But it's stuff like that's kind of undeniable. So this match was fantastic, and absolutely. I loved watching it. And after, Chase Owens is in Bullet Club, so Gino is team Chase Owens, and he loses his mind, and he's like, "We did it! We did it!
We did it!
That was great." So, and Walker,
he's my choice for the New Japan Cup, Walker. Except he keeps calling him Willy Wonka the whole time.
Yeah. Well, that's funny. He needs to call him Walker Texas Stewart just once, But Walker Texas Stewart does have to pay for Chase's dinner, and Gino can come, but he has to pay for his own dinner. Wow. So Chase lays those rules down on the way out. Then we get a match that is just something else, man. I love this for all the wrong reasons. So
I'm glad you fucking finished that sentence, dude. Yeah. If you just had finished with "I love this," I'd be like, "Bitch, are you for real?" Yeah, all right.
Yeah, it's Tonga Loa versus the Great Okan. Now, before we get into the match, I do have to mention something really fun happened this week. Is that I made this little video where it's you remember it's the thing where Haku is supposed to be watching the Shockmaster and he's giggling about it and he's like, "Oh, they fucked the gimmick up" or whatever. But then I inserted Tonga Loa doing those stupid chops or whatever
on Okada. It was fucking,
and people on the internet liked it a lot, so that was cool, man. And
I'm also a person of the internet, and I also did the like of that.
It was pretty cool, man. So that was in my mind while this was going on. Is he going to do those fucking? Just because he saw that, he had to have seen that. Just saying, it kind of was one of them things that you probably saw. But Marty Sami is here to make sure this match goes well, and I appreciate it. I'm glad he's here. Tonga Loa attacks at the bell, and Marty is immediately all mad at everybody.
No.
He's so mad. It's great. So we get a boring headlock-based match for a good while, right? And then Tonga Loa is just, remember how his leg was supposed to be hurt or something?
They always do that. It must be a rib now. It's a rib now.
It's a rib. It's a rip on us.
Yes.
It's like the fans watching. So
never going to sell.
Tonga Loa.
I even saw Yujiro walk to the back selling his nuts.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, Tonga Loa, he gets some shoulder tackles and a big old slam. And I'm like, fuck that. So Great Okan picks him up and throws him over the ropes. All right, so now it's fuck your leg, Tonga Loa, and Marty is not happy. He starts yelling at Great Okan while he beats up Tonga Loa on the outside, and then Great Okan uses the little gate to just kill Tonga Loa, and I love it. I'm having a blast. I'm having all kinds of fun. Marty's running around going, no. Okay. Then running in the ring or whatever and counting, and you got Great Okan just crushing Tonga Loa's leg and him acting like it doesn't hurt at all. It's amazing. I love it So Great Okan, he's wrestling heel here, but he still gets a pop for the sit in the corner spot. And he does the, his squats. It's tremendous. So he gets all kind of power moves on Tonga Loa, and he yells at Marty for not counting fast enough. Yeah, fair enough. You know, so Tonga Loa fires up and he hits these awful strikes, right? Poor Great-O-Khan, you know. And Great-O-Khan, he's trying to do a Russian leg sweep, and Tonga Loa just falls down. And it's like, okay. So Great-O-Khan starts hitting simple moves, right? Arm drag, monkey flip, another arm drag, headlock. Let's ease into this. They do the bouye spot, ground cobra from Great-O-Khan, and Marty looks Tonga Loa right in his eyes, and he says, "Give up!" It's amazing. So big lariat from Tonga Loa. He hits an ape shit, and Great-O-Khan kicks out. I don't know if anyone's ever kicked out of that, right? I mean, so there's TTD that looks pretty good for 2. Great-O-Khan's up first. He gets a sheep killer. Marty asks, give up. And there's a claw, but Tonga Loa hits an arm drag. Kamagoye for Tonga Loa, and he pins Great-O-Khan. A terrible result. The match was funny. Luke, you got to tell me about the bump over the guardrail, which I failed to mention. So,
bitch, are you for real? Look, whilst I might have softened because the Chase Ishii match was legit fantastic, so that's probably why like I'm not going to sit here and just shit all over it, even though I didn't like the finish. It was great. This match sucks balls.
Aww.
And I'm still feeling no more Ishii in the tournament. I'm still feeling that.
Yeah.
So what do you? I was just like thinking, what next? Tonga Loa beats Great-O-Khan? With a Kamagoye? Anyway, Great-O-Khan's got fucking... Yeah, Kamagoye. Here's how much New Japan doesn't like you, Ibushi. Tonga Loa's got your fucking finisher. That's how much they hate you. Don't make fun of their mums again.
That's how much your forever contract is worth.
Yeah, it's worth a Tonga Loa Kamagoye, bitch. Anyway... Oh my god, that's fucking funny. By the way, didn't they say Kota Ibushi was all elite? I haven't seen him in like
remember him?
Months.
I'm sure he's hurt again.
Oh yeah, he's hurt. Yeah.
So sad.
Is this what he does? He just gets hurt for a year, so he gets some benefits and he gets a chill. He's a weird cat. That's like the Rey Mysterio way, isn't it?
Oh my god.
You gotta get that knee surgery. I'll rejoin the WWE. Bye, Lucha Underground. By match, I promise to have with Jushin Thunder Liger.
Oh, remember that?
Fucking liar.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Fucking retired now, Ray. Thanks. Anyway, where was I? What am I doing? Oh, yeah. They're on the outside railing spots. You see them all the time in New Japan. It's a staple of New Japan. He's wrestled there for how long, Tonga Loa? He gets thrown towards the railing and he kind of jumps right over it without touching a single part of the railing.
So bad.
What? And this motherfucker won! You were like, hey, Luke. So you watched this after me. So you've watched the Chase Owens match, and I'm telling you what I think with the finish, and you're like, Luke, relax. This is the first round of the fucking New Japan Cup. This is what happens. So I'm like, yeah, I know. But in my head, I'm thinking, let's see how you feel after Great-O-Khan loses to a Kamagoye, motherfucker.
I just laughed. I thought it was funny. So I don't know. I like that match. I like that match for the wrong reasons, as I said.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there going, all right, what's next? TJP wins and cuts a long 10-minute promo? Is this what we're doing tonight? What are you doing? But anyway, this match interests me. It is David Finlay versus a TJP. Now, you watch a TJP match, and what you usually expect is a lot of crispness and a lot of smoothness. This wasn't very crisp or smooth. It's not a criticism. This match was a lot rougher. Maybe that's the Dave Finlay factor.
Finlay doesn't do crisp or smooth. Like he does, but in this way that's like
makes it like ow. Like he'll do the perfect tilt-a-whirl, then
yeah, right. It's pretty interesting wrestling, actually.
Yeah, so you got a guy who's like smaller, smoother, and crisper. Where then this the other guy's just like, I don't play that way. I'm going to kill you. And that's the kind of match we've got here. We've got TJP using pretty much every kind of trick or skill that he has in his arsenal just to kind of take out David Finlay. But this guy's a cold-blooded fucking killer and just fucking does what he does best. Destroy people. Gold or bodies. By the way, what do you think about the thing of if David Finlay wins, he's going to go for the global title?
I don't care what he does. He's a brute. He's going to go for the best opponent, maybe. And that's cool. You know, I mean,
I think they changed it the next night to say that he maybe he wants to go for this title first, then that. I don't know, but
I don't. Is that just commentary speculating?
Yeah, you might be right.
So who cares?
Yeah. Now, we even get a missed spot by TJP, and why not? He's a piece of shit heel who just fucked over your main guy who left to another company. Yeah, you're gonna use everything you can to beat him, and none of that works though. It's just too much. There's that Abyss welcome to the trash panda, and TJP loses, and my brain is just like sanity at last. No offense, TJP. I'm not like against you winning a match, but come on,
Finley's got to win that match. He just lost to fucking Dolph Ziggler or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, he's got to win versus TJP, who isn't even a heavyweight really. So
yeah,
and TJP loses his first heavyweight match or whatever. So
El Fantasma did
like
as well.
That. Yeah, I like it.
Shingo did not.
Yeah, Shingo won all the matches.
Shingo's like, I'm a heavyweight now. Beats Mr. Bread. I'm going to allow that.
I like this match a lot. Like, the wrestling was really good.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck who was winning. Like to me, it didn't really matter. So I was like, I was watching it as a, fan of the wrestling and not so much of the story. But I'm glad that Finlay won now that I think about it. So that's good. He should win that. And Finlay, after the match, him and Gato, they talk trash.
They certainly do. Hey, that's what they do. They're trash talkers. And Finlay, man, I understand why you put the belt on Nemeth and a Riddle. They're big, massive international stars, whatever. But you kind of made this title for him, and he's the leader of Bullet Club. So I don't know. They got I have, and Gato's with him, so I have to believe they've got something planned.
I mean, Windy City Riot. It's fucking David Finlay versus Nick Nemeth again, maybe.
So
who knows?
If it's not windy in Chicago that day, will there be a riot?
No, just a giant fart.
A shot.
Oh, don't push too hard.
That's one thing. I'm really happy with Juice in AEW, with like his kind of shtick and what he does. So I'm actually missing him at the moment. So that's the first name that pops into my head when I hear the word "shark" because of that promo.
You know what would happen if he was in New Japan right now? You would be like, God damn it, Finlay versus Juice again?
Yeah.
He'd be so mad because he'd be eternally feuding with Finlay. So.
That's true. That is true. All right, we're at the Amesi Yamanashi place building thing, and it's the third night of the New Japan Cup. Hey,
yeah.
NJCUP. That's right.
This night's different, though, Luke. It's different, and there's a couple reasons.
Because it's better than the previous night?
Well, the venue itself is one of these, like, weird rooms where it's like the belly of a submarine or something, which is just one of the best, like, New Japan, just random places that they go. So I enjoyed that about it. But also, commentary's different. It's Gino on color commentary and Walker Texas Stewart calling the play-by-play, and it fucking works great. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love commentary. Luke.
Oh, dude, you're 100% correct. So, no offense to Chris, but this is a combo I've never heard before, so I was fucking fascinated the whole night. Just, maybe don't worry, everyone. I'm not out of character, and I didn't write 100 notes of everything they said, but their energy was really fun. They bounced off each other pretty well. There's a couple jokes about Walker's weight, and I'm just like, come on, Gino, don't be that bad. You used to be a big dude yourself. Shut up. But other than that, yeah, he's a bit of a heel, so he's going to.
He's getting heat with you.
He's getting heat with
that's awesome.
But I thought he covered after that. He's like, oh, But anyway, they're great. What I like is Gino doesn't give a shit how old this young kid is. Doesn't talk to him like he's like a 21-year-old. No, they just bounce back and forth like they were colleagues. Sometimes there's a little bit of the correctiveness with Chris, and that's fine. Walker's new. They might not know anything. But Gino, he's just like, yeah, you got this. I'll do the silly things. You do the serious stuff, and we'll crush it. I thought they did awesome. So, and he brings out a different side to Walker. He's not as stressed out being this new guy. Gino's got him fucking laughing and relaxed, and I think his calls are all the better for it.
It was
so yes,
it was different in a very good way, and I just really enjoyed that period, and I never enjoy English commentary, so like to me it like added to every match and their fun back and forth, and the fact that like we got a heel face dynamic in the commentary. I mean, when Kevin Kelly and Don Callis were there, I love that. I mean, to me that really adds a lot. It can add a lot to a show when it's done right, and I think these guys were figuring that out really well and starting to I enjoyed it. We are also huge Gino Gambino marks. So it's like this whole episode, we were talking about it before we start recording. Like, we can't go too hard, but we're going to go too hard because we love Gino. So anyway.
Being on the show as well, dear listeners, just not long after Wrestle Kingdom last year. If you want to go back and hear that, one of my highlights.
It was fun.
I was just amazing. I had a great time. All right, Mr. Guy, you can start night 3 at the Messi.
You got it, man. Well, the first match is the Fisherman with Ishii and Taguchi versus Chaso, Finley, Gato, and Kenta. And Kenta attacks Yoshihashi during the chant off, and Gino says, "Great stuff." It makes me laugh. I love when he says that. So that's great. So it's a paint by numbers tag match, though. They know Taguchi, they get heat on Taguchi, all right. And there's ref distractions, and there's some fun give up shenanigans though from Bullet Club. They're all yelling that at Taguchi because they beat the fuck out of him, and then like the refs like give up, and all the Bullet Club guys are like give up, and Marty is backstage seething. Fucking pissed.
We both say seething at the same time.
Yes. Well, that's what's happening. We're just reporting what we see. So, of course, we're seeing the same thing. So, anyway. Oh, my God. That was really funny. So, they just torture the funky weapon. There's a hot tag to Ishii. Kills everybody. Everybody in the pool. Everybody out of the pool. Shoto on Gato. So, you got to hit a Shoto to beat Jado. And you got to hit a Shoto to beat Gato, too. Okay, Fisherman.
Are they transitioning to a better finishing move or something?
Maybe. You might be right. I hope so.
Yeah. Because just need a butterfly lock. Just go to all he needs to do is maybe a Yoshi-Goroshi. A signature move, but not a finish. Yeah.
Dude, he did the Yoshi-Goroshi and they hit a Shoto. So
Gato's going to come out in crutches now. Fuck. Oh, my goodness. Next, we have Honma and El Phantasmo. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yes, please.
I love this.
Yeah. Versus what a team. It's surreal to me. I love it. I got a global retweety from that. I'm just like, it's surreal for me to see these two tag. I'm into it. So Honma and El Phantasmo versus Mikey Nichols and Zack Sabre Jr. Honma puts on El Phantasmo's glasses. And cool. He makes this look good.
He does.
There we go. Oh, my goodness. This is lots of fun. We get to see Honma and El Phantasmo. Oh, they miss a double Kakeshi. They're doing all sorts of fucking fun stuff together. Like, El Phantasmo, he's not going to make he's just happy to work with people and do creative, fun things. Always. And So Zack Sabre Jr., this makes for a really fun, but yes, standard kind of tag match. I had a fun time. Mikey bomb on Honma though.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Mikey's racking up his third win in a row. Still kind of wish it was Shane Hayes, but I do like Mikey Nichols.
I like that match a lot. The Honma ELP shit was pretty fun. And there was also a funny part where ELP goes up for the pinpoint elbow. Walker, Texas Stewart's like right from Brett's rope. And Gino's like, who's Brett? That made me laugh. That was funny. And I liked it. So ELP, he's like, I'm tagging with Honma. So I am going to like do tandem moves with Honma like we're a real tag team, and that's what they did. And it was like, oh, yeah, so fun, man.
Wasn't like the first, like them. Yeah, sure, they might have done 6 and 8 man tags. But to see them, it was kind of adorable, and I really liked it.
Okay. Anyway, next we have El Desperado and Yo with Shota Umino versus Jack Perry and Evil Dick, man. And this is fun. Gino continues to defend Show, and it's the best. It's so funny.
And Evil's like, oh yeah, go. Oh my god.
Evil gets on the mic and introduces Jack Perry, right? And it's great. Yo comes out and he has the junior title. It's just funny because Show's not in the match, so it's pretty funny. Faces attack. They dominate. They get the big shine, but Shota fucks up Jack Perry until Hot Cheat, of course, and Jack Perry takes over. There's all kinds of heat on Shota Umino. They beat the shit out of him. El Desperado hits a Canadian low blow on Jack Perry, which I respected. And he runs wild on Hot. There's a dick chop and a direct drive on Togo. I don't know who got the dick chop. Who cares? And Togo
Yo did.
Yo did. But Yo ends up pinning Dick Togo. Yeah. And Gino is very upset. He complains about the sandwiches that they got for free before the show, too. And the sacrifices that he has to make. So
fucking Makabe sandwiches again? Get something from Bushi's Chicken. Come on.
That's right. Go to Yano's restaurant. Is he there?
The fucking staff are insolent, though. Just be careful, Gino.
They're very willful.
Willful and insolent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Yeah, Togo dick punches Yo, but only once. So,
that's pretty funny. What'd you think of Yo wrestling with the backpack on the night before? It was Show's backpack, by the way. Yeah. So, and it had the title in it. So that's why,
that's stealing Orange Cassidy shit right there. Because that's what he uses to carry around any titles in.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, Yo does steal everybody's shit. So
he does. Right. He hasn't been doing it that much lately. I feel like he's kind of found.
It's all he does. It's all he does.
Yeah, but he does have his own flashes of funniness, like Taguchi trying to gut wrench him and Oleg gut wrenching the other guy, and then
he tries to gut wrench him because he's stealing his shit. Because that's what he does.
What's Taguchi doing? Stop drinking that beer, Mr. No, I'm joking. You're making me jealous because it's fucking midday and about 96 Fahrenheit. So anyway, where are we? We have got Doki, Taichi, and Sonata versus Yujiro Takahashi, Red Narita, and that complete bastard, Yoshinobu Kanemaru. If he listens to this show and understands English, he's tickled every time.
He refuses to learn English. There's no way. No way.
The heel master, Hey, we want to talk to you in English on our show. Yeah, nope. Fuck you. I don't care. I like this match. It's always fun. Like, dude, the trio of fucking factions that for me like my House of Torture, LJ, and what's the other one?
Just five guys?
Motherfucker.
Jesus Christ. You get out of the beer.
I know. Just one idiot right here. Oh my god. This is really fun stuff. We get Yujiro does his hand biting thing on Sonata. And then, he picks up Sonata and tries to pick him up. Sonata's like, man, I hope this bastard washed his hands. There's the finger spot on him too. Spoiler alert. He did not.
No, he needs a tetanus shot, like now,
Yeah. This is really fun stuff, and it's setting up Taichi and Ren Narita, which I am pretty fucking excited for.
Yeah, man, Taichi's gonna lose.
Yeah,
he's
we
gonna
want.
lose.
We
I'm so
want
mad.
Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be awesome, but he'll lose.
But you know, we're looking ahead, and House of Torch is like, oh, you're looking ahead to that, are you? Fuck you.
I mean, but think of this. So Taichi wins, and then if he were to beat Zack Sabre Jr., like that's a big push because that would be beating like a guy who's won the New Japan Cup twice. I mean,
doesn't hurt Zack Sabre Jr. and does everything for his ex-buddy, or ex-teammate.
Man,
and they're probably still buddies backstage. But you know what I mean?
Hope it happens. It's not going to happen.
See, that's what you and I have already just decided. Ren Narita's fucking winning, isn't he? That mother, yeah. But there's a cold skull on Yujiro for the win as well. Taichi gives no fucks about Ren Narita and starts wrecking his shit in the crowd after the match.
I thought it was funny when Taichi tried to bring in the non-folding chair into the ring. The ref's like, "What are you doing?" He's like,
"By the way,
I'm gonna hit him."
I missed it. Let me just check. I missed it because maybe you talked about the match, but there was one really adorable thing in Great Khan Tongalawa, right? They're fighting in the crowd and someone's chair falls over. Marty picks it up and puts it back for him. It was important that I told everybody that. I love you, Marty.
He was yelling at them the whole time. He's like, no, okay, no. And then he puts the chair back. It says okay again, so... All right, Luke, we got one more match before we get to the New Japan Cup first round matches, and it is Naito, Tsuji, and Bushi and Hiromu versus Great-O-Khan on the Cobb and Catch 2-2. What a team! Catch 2-2 and Okan on the Cobb. That's a fucking
Catch 22 Great-O-Khans on the Cobb.
That's right. That is an 8-man tag team right there, man. So Tsuji and Cobb face off and they start the match. And LIJ are really funny in this match. They do some really fun, like, fake out 4-way moves that are just like complicated and crazy. Very, House of Torture-esque a little bit at times. But United Empire, they beat up Naito. It's great. Great-O-Khan gets in the corner, sits on his fucking head, does the squats on Naito's head. The crowd does not like it.
No. Hey, we'll do the hoo noise on anyone else, but you get off
now. Yes, that was so funny, man. So Great-O-Khan, he's doing that shit. Tsuji and Cobb, they square off for some great heavyweight stuff mid-match. That's going to be really good. So Cobb, he baits He baits Bushi in to do a dive, which allows United Empire to team up on him. That's really smart, Yeah. So Tsuji finally gets a shoulder tackle on Cobb late in the match, which he hadn't been able to knock him down. Tremendous pop for that. And then a tremendous pop-up tour of the island, and Bushi gets his hair braided.
Again.
Again. By the way, he used to happen all the time.
I think Walker might have said, hey, he's been pretty good these 3 days, but I think he said something about, we don't see Bushi go take a tour that often. I'm like, dude, only one person's taken as many tours as this motherfucker, and it's Hanma.
Yes. Bushi and Hanma, they probably sit next to
and just tour the islands. They've got it all fucking mapped out.
Oh, yeah.
They know all the fucking spots.
When somebody else goes, they're the ones there to welcome them and be like, hey, check it out, man. Let me show you the way. Show you the ropes of the islands. Braid your hair.
Oh, yeah. All right, so next, by the way, my one of my few notes for this match, it was a good match, was Yoda versus Cobb is going to be amazing.
Tremendous, yeah. Can't wait.
Very smart to put Yoda and Yuya on different parts of brackets and stuff. We've just seen that match. Don't need it. Again, mind you, they're 8-man from the previous night. One little nitpick. Yoda should have looked more smug as fuck right at Yuya's face and just been like, hey, I like your hair, bitch. But it didn't quite happen. Anyway.
Fair enough.
Hikuleo versus Bolton Oleg is the next match. And I knew Bolton was a pretty wide, heavy-set dude, but Hikuleo's definitely taller than him, but it's not a huge difference. And I think they're pretty even, maybe, in the weight distribution. I'd probably say Bolton Oleg's even heavier. But
maybe.
This is a match I like. I'm not going to say it's like a classic or anything like that, but the fact that Hikuleo and Bolton Oleg entertained me the whole time, and no major mistakes or anything like that, fucking sweet. What more can you ask for? I laugh at seeing a Brab on Hikuleo. Get up! Get up! And usually I'm like, we're really putting leg submissions on a big man, not doing big man shit. It works with Bolton Oleg.
Yeah.
Man, gut wrenches Hikuleo too. Man, awesome, great bridging German by Bolton Oleg. Fucking really fun comebacks, big man shit by Hikuleo. The power slam looked a little scary, but they pulled it off. No problem there. Hey, he's a heavier man. He's probably used the power slam all the time. So I'll allow it. No one died. It's all good.
Scary move, man. You know, it really is.
Yeah, but Hikuleo, of course, he wins. Why? Well, because Young Lion, he wins with the godsend, and that was short, snappy, not bad, and way more entertaining in the good way than his brother's match.
Well, I would feel like this is entertaining, but for a different reason. Like, to me, this match was all about Bolton Oleg getting his first win, right? And they kind of had me believing, because like before the match, there's like some guys there with a bunch of flowers for him from his college or some shit, and they pose for photos, and I'm like, what are we doing here? It's like he got over on Hikuleo in one of the preview matches, probably, or something. And so that kind of had me believing, that he might win. Of course, he doesn't. And Hikuleo will face Evil in the next match. So second round. So next, Luke, we have a much waited for match, whatever the word is for that. It's Newman versus Gabe Kidd. And I'm just the one who's been really looking forward to this, but
no.
I was. You were
Me
too. Okay.
Oh yeah.
This was I was convinced.
The previews have been fucking awesome.
Callum Newman's finally gonna get the win.
Yeah.
This is it, right? And so, I should have known that I was so certain he was gonna get the win that he wasn't, But that's great. At the beginning, they do the fast running the rope stuff. It's tremendous. And Kidd, he bails the outside after a pump kick from Newman. Newman follows him out, and while Marty is like, no. And he beats up Kidd. So Newman, he does a moonsault to the floor, and Kidd uppercuts him. It's not super clean, right? It's not perfect, but it looks like, because you're like, well, who got hurt? But Walker Texas Stewart's like, oh, he uppercutted him. And Gino's like, yeah, that's what happened, or something. So they covered. It worked great. It looked like it hurt really bad for both guys, though. So Kidd sends Newman into the chairs, all right? Takes him bowling, as you like to say.
That's
and
right.
Kidd, he uses the ring post guardrails on Newman and tries a count-out win, right? Chicken shit. And Newman fires up, but he gets sent right back to the outside again for another count-out spot. Gabe Kidd applauds him. And he's kind of got this respect for Newman a little bit, right? Which he doesn't respect anybody. So that's weird. And it's it's kind of cool, right? So he doesn't he does the whole fuck you to the crowd thing, but he doesn't really do that to Newman, and it's interesting. So here we go. Bunch of chops, right? And he's also very happy that he gets to hit Newman, and he expresses that, but he tries to spit Newman tries to spit on Gabe, which makes for more hard chops from Gabe, a brain buster from Newman, and he hits a bunch of dives on Kidd. Top rope forearm to Kidd's back. Newman hits a PK, and then another one. And then, what? One more, and it's a running one. It's pretty good, ramp up, spot in the middle of the match. It's good.
It's like being kicked by the fucking Flash.
Yeah, no kidding. Somebody just kicked me. So Kidd hits a running drop kick and a crazy looking Saito suplex. That was great. And Kidd tells Marty to shut the fuck up. And I was like, hey, wait a second. That is not okay. I was on your side until now. Now I am all Newman all the way. And right after that, Newman hits a Spanish fly for a double down. I'm like, that's what you get, bitch. So Newman hits some, and Marty was thinking that too, by the way.
Yeah.
So anyway, Newman hits some running kicks. One in the corner that is not a very good one because it's just like it's a little space. But there's a flipping springboard kick, and then big suplex and a cyclone kick from Newman for 2, brainbuster for 2, pile driver, and Gabe Kidd just wins. Right, poor Newman. That's like, why can't he win? And Walker Texas Stewart called that move the cradle pile driver, and Jerry Lynn is somewhere not very happy with him because that is not the cradle pile driver. So Kidd will face the winner of the next match, excuse me. But what'd you think of that, Luke?
I thought this was awesome. Callum Newman's the new Doki. He's like the new guy that we know can fucking go. So now we're ready. Like, all right, let's see him rack a W up. Oh, he lost again. Now? Nah, he's gonna lose again. Fucking now? So there we go. Doki's not the Doki, the new Doki anymore. He pinned Hiromu Takahashi.
That's right.
It's a main eventer now. I get my dome match. Oh, Carter left. Against Naito. There we go. And here we go. All right. If I was a little annoyed that Mr. Yota Tsuji wasn't a big enough arsehole to Yu Uemura the night before, rest assured that Shingo Takagi's got my back.
He hates Just Five Guys. He hates them, man.
Like, you see him as this pretty... a lot of the time, when he's wrestling a match, it's a Never style match. Some Rudo stuff, not much. But, hey, he's just as much a prick as all of them. Why is he in that? Because he's in that group, right? Oh, my God.
Shingo, not only is he a prick, but he cares what other people think about him being a prick. Naito doesn't care. Like, he does whatever, and, like, if you laugh, he might be like, oh, I'm glad you're laughing, but he doesn't really care what you think. Shingo cares. He's always looking at the audience and being like, what the fuck? Why are you booing me? Like, it's Dick Togo.
Don't you know who my friend is?
Right.
I thought this match was gnarly, and I was super drunk, so my notes are not that great. So I'm going to lean on you a little bit, if that's all right, Mr. Guy.
Yeah. It's a good match, man. It's a strong style heavyweight match.
Never.
And they just fucking do the thing. It's great.
Yeah. Dude, how good is this crop of young lions? They might not all be 100% fully formed yet, but they're all pretty close to it. I'm loving what Yota Tsuji's doing. He's probably the most fully formed, I guess. We're loving Shooter, loving Gabriel Kidd. Man, I wish they'd do something about Great Khan. He seems like the young lion left behind a little bit. I mean, even Wato's been getting a push, and they debuted around the same time.
Wato and Great Khan are the same class. These four new guys are their own thing, right?
But there's, I'd say kind of 5 Gabe Kidd. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
And I like, and Ren Rita, and I like watching all of them wrestle now. Like, even when we weren't sure about, say, Ren Rita. Oh, he's just, Now I'm into a push-up, bro. Let's go.
It's fun.
This match is hard-hitting and it's great. Shingo is one of the most generous dudes out there. So he's just bumping like crazy, making all of Yuya's offense look good. I love Yuya's offense. It's a mix of kind of modern wrestling with old school moves. Arm drags.
And in this match, it's specifically arm-based, right? So, like, Shingo is trying, he's pumping Bomber Guy, right? So, here we go. We got Yuya just going after his arm at every chance. And, man, some really good stuff in this match where, like, you have Shingo, like, getting to the ropes quickly because he knows if that fucking arm goes straight, it's over.
He's done.
There's things like that. There's a really great Jay White style Uranagi.
Yes! Oh, fuck, I popped huge for that.
That was tremendous.
Massive. I haven't seen a Uranagi. Well, unless I'm watching a Jay White match in AEW. I haven't seen a Uranagi in Japan for a while. Man, I missed that move. You got over with me big time for that. Fucking amazing. Oh, yeah.
all kinds of arm shit too. So you got like your around the world arm whip, you know, it's really fun. And, you know, like, and also I think it's interesting because Yuya's offense is arm based. It's also to set up the double arm power
The
bomb
deadbolt, yeah.
or you know, or suplex thing. So it's like that's also what he's working on to soften up Shingo. So it's like one of those things where you get these two guys. What is it? You know, Ishimori versus Desperado. One guy's fuck your arm, one guy's fuck your leg. Well, here you go. You got Shingo, you know, versus Yuya, where one guy is fuck your arm and the other guy is all arm. So it's you know, it's a really cool kind of like cool. You know, relationship that they have in the match, and they do a great job of putting that out there.
Yeah. They even make me believe, but it's too soon, I think, for Mr. Yuya Uemura to get one up on LIJ just yet. I think that's a story I need to have play out a little longer, and because I'm liking it. And I like that mix of his old school Arsenal, and he just gives it kind of like it feels like he gives them all like his own little modern twists on all those kind of things. Man, his in ring's fucking awesome. I love watching it. And guess who else I love? Motherfucking Shingo. Hell, Shingo's one of those rare wrestlers. Like, if he lost this, yeah, I'd be all right with that. But he wins, so I'm ecstatic. He wins with a Last of the Dragon. So, putting over Mr. Yuya huge here. Fucking mate, he had to earn that too. Awesome match. It's a Just Five Guys guy versus an LIJ guy.
That's great.
I even strap in for Taka versus Bushi. Like, let's go. Hell yeah.
Taichi helped Yuya after the match. You know, maybe Taichi was on commentary or something like that. And he you know, he looked commanding and handsome. I just want to make sure everybody knows that. But what do you think of the New Japan Cup so far? To me, this is like, I'm into this, man. I'm all in, and I'm having a blast watching these shows. I can't wait to watch like fucking, you know, 4 and 5 days coming up. It's going to be great. It's been a lot of fun.
I know we haven't even finished all of round 1, have we?
I'm not sure. I don't have my bracket up.
No, we do not. Oh my god! Because coming up for round 1, we'll have Yota Tsuji and Jeff Cobo.
Right.
We'll have El Phantasmo versus Mikey Nichols, and we got Taichi Ren Narita. I think that's the last round 1. So that's tonight, I'm going to assume, without even looking like a professional. Yeah.
I think we get a day off and then it starts again, but you guys look at the schedule. I don't fucking know. I sent it to you. I don't know.
Yeah, I've got it. I got it saved.
You know,
just so it's all there.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna get some stretches where I think we have 5 shows in a row, maybe. I think at one point. I think that's one, and that'll be fun, man. So we'll have to figure out. It's always fun to me to like figure out how to do this and live a normal life. You know what I mean? It's like that's a challenge that I just love. So every time we get to do it together, it's fun.
Yeah, it's I think the hardest ones for us was maybe last year's Best of the Super Juniors, because that was rough, fucking crammed, and I felt bad for the boys because that must have been exhausting. But I don't know. This is little. Oh man, I'm just excited. It's a tournament. No, I'm not getting every finish I want. I never do. But at least Chase fucking crushed that. And I'm hoping, who's Tongaloa wrestling next? Do you know? I've got the picture up. Tongaloa will be wrestling. Oh, it's David Finlay. Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah, and David Finlay should kick his ass, you would think, right? Yeah. So, you know, that sounds good. That'll be
absolutely
fun.
Usually we might go over what's going to happen in the next few nights, boys and girls, but that's going to happen like tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And
yeah, can I say one more thing? You know, we're talking about the 4 young lions, right? I was thinking about this today, and like you say 5, 6, whoever. Point is that one of the things that's so exciting about these guys is not only are they good, but they could win the heavyweight championship. All right, and here's what I mean: they're homegrown dudes. Like New Japan only wants to put the title on guys like that, and so it's like these guys could one day win that title. And probably will, and that's exciting. because it's always been this like group of 4 or 5 guys that can have the title, and it's a whole fresh crop. And I don't know, that's one thing that's exciting. This is a New Japan Cup. We know there's been a absolute attempt to do this youth movement thing. Will they let somebody young win the New Japan Cup? It could happen. They
don't even need to win the title. Like, just winning the cup it's something that people in commentary will mention all the time. It's pretty cool.
Stepping stone,
Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, fucking hell, we crushed that. I had an absolute fucking blast, Mr. Guy.
Good. Me too, buddy.
Yeah, I think you might have thought I'd be a bit more ranty, but it's always good to have maybe a sleep or two.
Well, and plus you got Mr. Logic himself, co-hosting. So
yes, podcasting prosper or whatever the fuck. That was bad, but it has. Man, we thought 3 hours. What is this? 2? That's not too bad.
Yeah, we actually did it.
We did well on those preview tags, except for maybe the 52nd anniversary. But then,
God, there were some interesting things in some of those matches, and I really enjoyed a lot of them. So we're, I think going forward, maybe we'll have less to say about them, but we'll see. Maybe not.
Damn straight. Also, finally, if there's just to double check if there's anything Mr. Andy would like to add. In Gino the Machino Gambino, we trust.